We back.
Real talk. Volume 10.
Volume 10, folks. Double
we
digits.
At it again and again.
We back.
And again and again.
Get familiar.
And again.
Subscribe, follow, and listen, folks.
Listen.
Thank you for coming back, folks.
Welcome back.
You missed last week because of Mother Nature.
All in my chain.
But we got
all in my brain.
It's like we from Oklahoma.
Real talk and sports.
We appreciate the love, folks. Again, y'all can follow us on the Twitter. That's RTN Sports. Hit us up on the email. That's rtnsports@yahoo.com.
Yep. Real talk and sports.libsyn.com. You already know what it is. On the podcast, whole show, part 1, part 2. Go there.
The whole thing,
the
folks.
whole thing for you right there. And of course, you gotta go to the YouTube page.
Gotta go to the YouTube page. You gotta subscribe, folks.
We're telling y'all what to do.
You gotta subscribe.
We hope y'all listening because we're telling y'all what to do.
We back,
right?
folks.
So, volume 10, we at it again.
We at it again.
Let's get to it.
And a lot. First, before we even get into it, a lot has been going on. We just went to that Currency concert.
Man, shout out
to the Spitter. I became a Spitter fan.
Spitter, man.
At the Howard Theater.
You know, man.
Folks was taking their spills outside.
Come to town. He always come to town during the middle of the week.
They came out
and
in
he
bad
sell
weather.
that joint out
in
every
bad
time.
Weather, folks.
It was ice everywhere. People taking L's
Took the
on the ice. You know, it was, man. It was a party, man. Like I said, man. If you ain't down with the Jets, man, you ain't never want to go see the homie Spitter do a show, and you know into that music. That is an event. So make sure you go check out Spitter. Probably coming to a city near you. Cause that dude be on tour probably more than anybody I know.
He be out there getting his paper.
Getting that money, but that man put it on the show. Do you not put it on the show?
I enjoyed it.
Did you have a good time?
I had an awesome time.
Told you to have a good time, right?
I went to go see Cat Williams too.
How was Cat?
Subpar.
He was subpar?
Yeah,
but you know he was sick or something, right? What happened?
He was sick. He dyed his hair blue.
What?
Came out in some blue suede shoes. Like Elvis would have been proud.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it was crazy. But yeah, it's been going on. But yeah, let's get into the news. Oklahoma, SAE.
Man, what's going on there?
This song taught them.
In the Sooner State.
This song taught them.
So they got gold all on their chain, huh? All gold, everything.
Come on now. I mean,
N-word again.
Again, Parker Rice and Levi Petty. I know you weren't the only you were just the two that were caught.
I got expelled.
I got expelled from college.
Don't do that again. I
mean, I hope it doesn't start any trend. But as you're saying, I mean, racism still exists. They basically Oklahoma University disbanded the fraternity. They have nothing else to do with the fraternity.
That's crazy, man. I heard it was quite a few students that were in the fraternity, like a couple thousand.
Yeah, and it's gone.
And that whole chapter of that fraternity.
Yeah, and it was said it was a slogan started years ago.
You know,
it wasn't something new.
They lost some players behind the situation.
Oh yeah, some players decommitted.
Yeah.
I mean, do you blame them? Do you blame them?
I mean, would you want to go to Oklahoma?
I mean, not really.
No.
But yeah, even a frat mom, Miss Benton Goba, was caught singing the song, and like she said, she was just singing a song. So, I mean, when it comes to racism, it exists. I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover, folks. So, don't let these incidents make you stop liking a race. I mean, there's always bad apples in a bunch.
It's always, man. You always
spread love and be positive. Man. That's what we say.
Oh, what I should say? Situations.
That's how it be.
Will arise.
Thomas Jackson. Not that Tom Jackson from ESPN.
Not your ESPN announcer Tom Jackson.
Former Denver Bronco great.
Yeah, man. So, everybody know about this Ferguson situation. So, Tom Jackson. He's the police chief?
He was the police chief of Ferguson.
Police chief of
Rest
Ferguson.
Rest in peace, Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. So, he resigned today.
Finally.
I mean, does it really bring any closure or anything? No. But, I mean, it is what it is. He resigned, so.
Seen this, the justice system put a lawsuit.
Yeah,
it got thrown out, but,
but
we knew, but it was just
I mean, you know,
publicity stunt.
That's their way of
publicity stunt,
showing that they care. I guess.
Yeah, that's where they showing they care.
Showing how they care. Is that
that's
a good way to put it?
That's it. Just make it relevant. I mean, that's what they have to do to make it seem like, hey, I mean, Darren Wilson's walking around free, but we try to at least do something to their police department.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you know, black men still dying. We got Mr. Anthony Hill. Rest in peace. Mentally ill man in Atlanta.
Rest in peace.
Walking around naked, folks. He was caught deranged.
Man got a mental
crawling
illness.
around, unarmed.
Known that he has
unarmed. They killed him.
Paperwork.
Killed him.
So
killed him.
What do they do?
Kill him.
The man's dead.
And he had a taser.
On March 9th. How about that?
He had a taser.
Killed the man dead.
Not the man had a taser. I'm sorry, the police officer had a taser.
Oh.
So the police officer could have used a taser,
just tased him, right? But you know, another man.
Maybe he felt threatened.
By the naked man.
Maybe he felt threatened.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, we'll go ahead and see, man. And then we also have Mr. Anthony Robinson. 19-year-old.
Yeah, man. Anthony, man, what's going on, man? Jumping into the traffic. What's that about? Why are we jumping into the traffic? Why are you jumping into the traffic?
You're jumping into traffic, but still, that doesn't deserve for you to die.
Why are you jumping into traffic?
You're bored. You live in Wisconsin. What is it to do in Wisconsin?
Man, you better go find some cheese. I'm sure it's some beer. I think they make beer. I'm sure it's some cows that need to be milked.
The real point of the situation is you killed the unarmed.
Need to be cut, some snow.
Now he did have a scuffle, but why is a police officer going into the house without a warrant?
Man.
When do you know a police officer can go into a house without a warrant? And unarmed, 19-year-old boy. He's not a man yet. Look up Anthony Robinson, folks.
It's a kid, man.
They're going to kill you. Black men, they're going to kill you. So every time you wake up, every time you come in the house, be thankful. Because, like I said, we're in a dangerous species. So keep your head on the swivel in these streets.
Keep your head on the swivel at all
times. And I hate...
P's and Q's, dot your I's, cross your T's.
And I hate to bring it up, but... we kill each other more than any other organization ever, black men. So let's come together, man. Let's come together, folks.
Black men been fighting that fight for a long time, and it's still happening.
Spread love, not hate.
So it's up to, man. It's just up to the people, man. The people gotta wanna
do better. My thing is,
you can always have people that talk about it and be about it, but the people you talking to, they still have to listen.
They have to listen and put it to practice
and put it to work. Because if they don't, then it's just you beating a dead horse. We've been talking about blacks killing blacks for how long?
For how long?
How long the blacks been killing the blacks?
Centuries. It seems like. So we gotta do better as a community, as an organization, because we're family, we're royalty, folks. We kings and queens. Once y'all realize that,
how many folks know that?
We kings and queens.
How many folks know that though? This ain't history class, people. You gotta go do your work, man. Get your studies up and know who you are and where you come from. Because, man, like I say, we can't keep talking about it. It's beating a dead horse, So all we can do is try to do our part. You know what I'm saying?
And educate.
That's it.
Try to educate.
Get familiar.
People. Subscribe.
Follow.
And listen. So, folks, also, we want to give a rest in peace to Robert Williams III. Robert Wilson III. He was killed at a Philly GameStop.
GameStop. They buy video games at the GameStop.
At a robbery. At a robbery.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so GameStop, I want to give a shout out to GameStop. They donated $50,000 to his family.
Yeah, we got bit of the GameStop.
And they started a donation around all the GameStops on the East Coast. Again, this violence.
That was good looking out.
So much violence, man.
The GameStop, though? Trying to pick up the
Who
man.
was robbing someone at the GameStop?
Trying to go pick up the new
He's
man.
trying to return that Sega Saturn.
The old Sega Genesis.
Man.
At the GameStop.
At the GameStop, man. So, I mean, it's just a lot of disrespect going on, especially with Obama.
A lot going on in Congress right now.
About
a whole lot going
Mr.
on
Benjamin
without Congress.
Netanyahu. What's going on with you, Mr. John Boehner? Now, you remember John Boehner who almost got poisoned.
John Boehner, eating them bad steaks.
So Mr. Boehner decide, let's go ahead and invite Benjamin Netanyahu, which, folks, he's running for prime minister in Israel, and it doesn't look like he's going to win again. He comes over to the United States and uninvited, not approved by Barack Obama. Basically, the story starts off where United States are having negotiations, trying to have negotiations with Iran with their chemical weapons. They don't want them to use chemical weapons. Now, we know Israel is right next to Iran. So Congress went ahead and set up a bill to basically put economic sanctions on Iran. Barack, like we said before, vetoed that. So he vetoed it. Basically, John Boehner went ahead and invited Benjamin Netanyahu to come over and didn't even get Barack's permission.
Check this out.
Where they do that at?
Check this out. John Boehner. What is wrong with you? You know this man got this little bit of time left right now.
He's just trying to disrespect him.
And I'm telling y'all, on his last day, the president is going to go postal. He's going into Congress. Might slap a couple people up. I'm telling
Where's
y'all.
My money? I need my money.
Stop messing with the old man. Because, like, they just act like they don't know he got he gonna put the big hand on these people.
Man, I don't know what's the issue.
Come on. I mean, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know yet, John Boehner. You inviting people to the White House. Who are you to invite somebody to the White House?
He's not even the vice president.
I mean, he was the speaker.
He's a speaker.
But still, who are you to invite somebody to the White House?
Who is he?
Man.
The authority. The authority that he thinks he could just come and say, hey, that's like me just...
It's crazy.
That's like...
Thinking about it.
Hey, who does that? That's like him going to a party and just inviting 10 people. I'm like, oh yeah, they just came. I thought it would be okay.
This ain't my party. You know, I don't live here. I don't have no rights here. But I'm gonna invite, my 12 closest friends, and we're gonna come to y'all party.
Exactly.
Man, John Boehner, don't be on the big hand list on the last day.
Come on.
Y'all keep messing with him, man.
But wait, did you see what Congress did? 47 congressmen wrote open letters to Iran saying, oh, y'all think stuff is sweet right now, but Barack is about to leave. So when Barack leaves, these economic sanctions are going to be put down.
Yeah, it's coming.
I mean,
change is coming.
Y'all gotta chill. Again. But war means money for the Republicans.
Change is coming again soon.
So we'll see.
Change is coming.
We'll see. We have Hillary Clinton.
Hillary.
Leading emails, sending personal emails.
Hillary.
Sorry, not sending personal sending security emails, classified emails to personal email through her own server.
Pretty much, it was Hillary Clinton at yahoo.com. and she's supposed to be at her government email, but she got her, Gmail or I don't know, Hotmail, something. One of the mails.
It was Clinton mail.
AOL.com.
it was
somebody internet space, Hotmail, whatever. But anyway, she wasn't at .gov like she was supposed to be. That thing is supposed to be at something .gov, G-O-V, and it wasn't that. So Hillary, 32,000 emails. But I mean, she wasn't the only one though. I mean, it was a whole lot of. I mean, a lot of the top congressmen and senators and just people in general, like top government officials, use their personal email. Colin Powell used to use his personal email.
He did.
So I mean, what are you talking about? She looking for?
He got early. This one is crazy. They Colin Powell, like you said, Colin Powell used it. But they're trying to say she's gonna get 3 years in prison. And she deleted 32,000 emails.
The three is important because when I heard this, I thought it was hilarious.
You gotta delete the history.
Hillary Clinton is not gonna do 3 years.
You gotta burn the files, Hillary.
It is not happening. It's not going down. Bill Clinton is not allowing his wife to go to jail. Are you kidding me? Really? You do any of you?
Martha Stewart went to jail.
Any of you really think that Hillary Rodham Clinton is going to jail? Hit us up at RTN Sports on the Twitter. Let us know what you think. Because I think Hillary Clinton ain't going to jail.
Stranger things have happened. Strangest things have happened.
Hillary Clinton ain't going to jail.
Strangest things have happened. Like
Bill Clinton is Bill Clinton. It's not
happening. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what go ahead and happen. Did you hear about the 21 and 25-year-old Americans in Cali?
Let's take a flight over to Rome. The beautiful
Rome,
names Italy.
In the Roman Colosseum.
These broads, man.
What y'all doing out there? Come on, ladies.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call y'all broads, but you go to Rome, right? You go to Rome, right? So go there, have a good time, enjoy the sights. You know,
I'm just going there for food.
Be normal people. You know, do what normal people do. Eat a lot of food. You know, take a lot of pictures. You know what I'm saying? Do a lot of smiling and stuff like that. But why would you go into the Colosseum?
I don't know.
And carve your name with a coin into the Colosseum. I mean, I guess a lot of people do it. And then the crazy, what made it so crazy, the people that were in there end up ratting her out. so they ended up ratting her out. So they haven't officially said what's going to happen with these two young ladies, but they did say that they will face a significant fine. And the last time a person did carve anything into the Roman Coliseum,
22 stacks.
That was 22 grand.
You know what happened? Their minds was playing tricks on them. Shout out to the Ghetto Boys, H-Town.
You already know what it is already.
H-Town. Speaking of, what's going on with Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams? Shout out Pharrell. I know Pharrell will fill this hat. 7.4 million to the Marvin Gaye family for Blurred Lines.
Got to give it up.
Yeah, so apparently as we can hear the tone of the song, the melody.
I mean, the melodies sound real similar, but Robin and Pharrell, y'all could have did this way better. Like, this is kind of a messy situation because I'm sure, Pharrell is a super producer. I'm sure he knew, even if he didn't mean to copy it, I'm sure he knew that there was a song that sounded like that. Because even when you hear, I didn't really notice it till I heard the instrumental of Blurred Lines. When they're singing and T.I. rapping
really hear,
and stuff like that, you hear it, but you don't. So I listen to the instrumental and it's like, okay, you listen to the instrumental and then you listen to Marvin Gaye's song. You hear similar. Yeah, you can hear the melody in the background. So it's like, okay, if y'all was gonna sample it, y'all could have put something in place, sampled it, paid them something, and then made all that money that y'all made like almost over $30 million. That song made over $30 million. So that's why they had to pay so much. They might have made out just by, doing it early, paying them off, and they
would have did well, but
and they would have still would have got their bread. They wouldn't have had to
can't
come
cut
up on
corners,
so much money
folks.
to the
You
family.
can't cut corners.
Like, I mean, they deserve to get their money. I mean, that's Marvin Gaye.
It's Marvin Gaye.
It's Marvin Gaye.
So
there's enough said. I mean, it was Marvin Gaye. So, I mean, man.
Do you believe in conspiracies? I believe in conspiracies. They know. You gonna
try to say it, or you want to say
it? We want to flip. I don't know. We're gonna try, folks.
This dude's last name is pretty intense.
Boris
Nemtsov. That
a
T is
vocal
probably sour.
critic of Russian President
T probably sour.
Vladimir Putin was shot dead in Moscow, right down the street from the Kremlin. Now he was with the female who wasn't touched, but they jumped out of a car and shot at him 7 times. Jumped out of a car and shot him 7 times. And only mean I don't know if all the bullets hit, but yeah, he basically was an opponent of Mr. Putin. And
Putin had a protest coming up.
Yeah,
right?
protests coming up. Basically, he wrote a report in regard to the country's corruption.
Right before the protest.
Yeah, the dependency on oil and gas. He was interviewed in 2013. Was he afraid of his life? And he said, "I was born in Russia and I would die in Russia." So,
right before the protest.
Yeah, right before the protest. I mean, I would even say he should have had some Secret Service, but we know what the Secret Service been doing lately.
Yeah.
Crashing into the White House.
Secret Service. Man. Government's been busy.
A lot of stuff
Government's been real busy. So, Secret Service, what y'all doing, man? I mean, I know y'all, y'all gotta get y'all party on too. Everybody gotta do their thing, get their party on, have a good time. But of you two gentlemen in the vehicle, one of you was on the president's top detail. So why are y'all crashing into security gates, man? What are y'all doing? you can't crash into the gate at the White House, man. Like what are you doing? Like I'm sure that they probably attacked the vehicle.
You think they still got their jobs?
Probably. I don't know if the one guy's still on the top detail though.
Yeah.
I don't know how that situation worked out for him. But yeah, I don't know.
It's real interesting, man. I mean,
don't know.
Why are they drinking and driving, first and foremost?
Yeah,
secondly,
like in the Secret Service.
You're the president's man.
Call the Uber.
Uber, exactly. Call the Uber.
Can't y'all just call for the jet to come pick y'all up or something?
Nah, they don't live the life I live.
They the Secret Service.
What's up, G5 Tom? Hit us up.
G5 Tom.
Get familiar, subscribe, follow, and listen. All right,
Volume
folks.
10.
Volume 10. We had a tragedy in Florida. We had a military helicopter crash. 11 people passed. It was a routine helicopter, bad weather. Yeah, so I'm going to have condolences to them.
That's tough, man. That's tough. 11 people, though? Man, it's been a lot of helicopters and airplanes and I don't know. A lot of Harrison Ford was just in the
Who?
Harrison Ford.
He was in a plane crash?
Plane crash.
He survived?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of people, man. It's a lot. There's been a lot going on, man.
There has been a lot going on.
A lot of planes. You already know about Malaysia. You know what's going on there. Yeah.
Don't take. We're not gonna say.
We ain't gonna tell y'all no more, man. Y'all go fly over there if y'all want to.
But we want to end the show off with some good news.
Man, this is pretty awesome, actually. Young Esther. I think her last name is just like Oakfor. I'm not really sure, but this young lady,
10,
beautiful young lady, 10 years old,
British and Nigerian.
She's half British, half Nigerian.
From the UK.
10 years old.
UK.
Is one of the youngest freshmen in the whole country of the United Kingdom. Yes, freshman.
Freshman, folks. Not in high school.
Freshman.
College.
She's 10. College freshman. She's going to Open University. She actually just had a 100 on the test. She's already at the top of her class.
Top of her class.
She had 100 on the test last week. And man, the sister knows what she wants. I tell you that much.
What she said when
she's studying finance. She said she wants her PhD in financial studies. And,
genius.
And she wants to own her own bank by the age of 15.
At 15, what was you doing at 15?
So that's only 5 years from now when most kids are
running track.
Probably just really getting to know themselves.
No, I wasn't.
and
I was a sophomore.
She's gonna be a
high
doctor.
school. Yeah, that's insane.
She's gonna be a doctor.
When she was 6 years old, folks, she took a high school math exam. What'd she get on it?
She got a C.
A C.
At 6.
When I was in high school and I was a senior, I could barely get a C.
Man,
in math.
And some of them play. Well, I had an A in math.
But math wasn't my subject.
But it was some of them C's was hard to come by. Like it was
that English.
Oh man,
I loved English.
American. I couldn't stand my American literature.
And history, that was my joint. But you know,
I like history.
You know, my favorite. You know, my favorite subject was gym. Yeah, I always got an A in gym.
I don't really count gym.
Yeah, but Esther, give you a shout out to your parents.
Man, we big up, man. Shout out. We definitely had to shout out that young lady. That young lady is awesome, man. That young lady is awesome. So we salute you, young lady. And this is Volume 10, Part 1.
Finito.
We ain't going nowhere.
We'll be right back.
We got a huge Part 2 coming up. You know it's
NFL,
been busy in the sports world, man.
NBA,
there's a lot going on.
Arsenal,
a lot going
Champions
on.
League. We back.
Real talk.
Get familiar. Subscribe. Follow.
Listen.
Let's go.
See ya.
See ya.
You know what it is. Part 2, Volume 10. We kind of like a big deal.
We back, folks.
Man.
You missed us?
Sorry for the wait.
Sorry for the wait. You're going to miss us like them 108 wins that they vacated from Jim Boeheim.
Oh.
What's going on with Syracuse?
Oh.
Jim Boeheim, I thought you was running a great program.
Jimmy, you know you've been there since 1968, man?
Wow.
1968. But he stood in front of the masses.
The masses.
At Syracuse and said, I'm not going anywhere.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we talking about one of the best programs in college basketball, man. History. You know, I mean, you know the story. World champ. You know, he got championships.
LaMelo.
And he got a couple championships.
No, he got one.
They only got one?
Syracuse only won
that
one.
That was his first one, wasn't it?
He's not UConn.
He's not UConn.
3 chips.
But he is still Jim Boeheim.
Shout out to the UConn women.
And Syracuse has been good for a long time.
They have been good for a long time.
They have a lot of pros.
Yeah, so.
My man, Derek Coleman.
Yeah, Derek Coleman, Ronnie Cycler. Lawrence Morton.
Yeah.
They're not.
You know, Mo from the city.
Oh, from DC?
Yeah, he with the car.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My man Elmo. Shout out to man.
Oh yeah, and guys, if you don't know, this is Real Talk and Sports with Pat and Tay.
Real Talk.
You guys know that already.
And sports. Volume 10.
Part 2, Sports Edition.
Sports.
Princeton women.
Shout out to the ladies. The Tiger ladies. Lady Tigers. That was about Tiger ladies.
Yeah.
They could be the Tiger ladies too. Actually, on the court, they the Tiger ladies.
I thought the Tiger ladies were Tiger Woods' mistresses.
Tigers ladies.
Tigers ladies. See, I'm on a roll tonight.
Tigers ladies. Man,
I'm on the roll tonight.
That's that Virginia, huh?
That's that VA.
That's that Virginia, huh? You know that new clip's supposed to be coming.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see if my man Malice do.
We'll see.
Malice about to pull a Mason Beckler.
You about to come back?
I mean, it can be a Clips album without Malice.
We'll see. That'd be nice. I'm a Clips fan.
The I got
Clips is so underrated.
Clips, man. Clips. Yeah.
But you know who? I always compare.
Princeton, man. Princeton Girls, man. 30-0. They're the first mid-major. In probably like 30 or 40 years to go undefeated.
For real?
Yeah.
They're gonna lose.
It's been 5 teams that have done it. 5 mid-majors that have done it. None of them have won a title.
Yeah, because of UConn.
Well, I mean, it could have been because of anybody, because it's been
a while now.
Years, so But it's been done 5 times, and it's been up and done. But I mean, we had to give them, a shout out because undefeated seasons are undefeated seasons, just like those Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah, Kentucky's undefeated. You think they're going undefeated?
Kentucky has a chance to run the table. Now, it's turning almost that time, people.
It's almost that time. Time to rip up your brackets.
Madness time.
Time to rip up your brackets.
Almost madness time, people.
Stay tuned.
Can't wait.
Stay tuned to next week, folks.
Next week
for our
it's going to be
NCAA March Madness.
The breakdown.
Volume 11.
Call that joint the breakdown.
The breakdown. That's a good name.
Let's call that joint the breakdown.
Like
we actually might go back next week. We might have to go back to 3 parts next week. Because I think college basketball next week might need its own section.
It may need its own section.
That's gonna be huge.
Do you know the Thursday that the tournament begins? That's the most unproductive day in America when it comes to work. Nobody's working. And you can watch it on your phone.
Luckily now you can watch it on your phone, so you ain't gotta go nowhere.
Yeah, you haven't got nowhere.
Luckily I'm gonna sit right at my desk and I'm gonna watch it on my phone.
No comment. So yeah.
That's why I do. And I'm still productive. So hey.
Multitask.
Hey, great at multitask.
Again, you can follow us on the Twitter.
You better follow
All Team Sports.
At All Team Sports.
We got a podcast.
Real talk in sports. That listen. You think?
I think so.
You think?
I think so. And we got a
Real
YouTube.
Talk in sports. That listen.
We got a YouTube page.
Follow us, man.
Real Talk in Sports.
Subscribe on, man. On that YouTube, man.
We here.
You know what I'm saying?
We not going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere, man.
I hate it. I know you may pull this up to watch like 5 seconds of it.
It's a party, man.
Hey, I hate it.
And you're not invited.
It's okay.
But if you want to come in,
you can subscribe.
You can subscribe.
And you probably listening. You just scared to follow.
That's all right. We know you're watching. It's a lot of people watching us right now. And they might not want us to know that they watching us. But they watching us. And we see y'all too.
And we appreciate the love.
And we do. And we want y'all to keep watching.
Retweets.
And keep letting people know
to
come check us out.
Check us out because we're not going nowhere.
I'm telling you, this train is not stopping.
It's express.
I'm telling you, this train is not stopping till we get to where we want to go. So you can either get with it or just watch.
Exactly.
And say what happened to them boys.
So yeah, we got speaking of, we have Alex.
Big Oakfor.
Not Alex. Oakfor for the freshman.
First freshman in the history of not NCAA, I'm sorry, ACC basketball to win the Player of the Year. So, of course, he's supposed to be the number 1 pick.
What's your first name?
What is his first name? Oakfor. Everybody know. You know Oakfor.
You know Oakfor.
I'm sorry. We having a serious
laughs.
Serious laugh.
If you know Okafor's first name, hit us up on it.
Don't hit us up on the Twitter. Because it's gonna come back to one of us before the end of the show, and we're gonna blurt it out. I'm pretty sure. Because right now we're both trying to figure out what his first name is. We're thinking about it. I know I'm thinking about it. But anywho, you know what it is. This is a huge sports weekend. There's a lot of conference tournaments all weekend.
Alex. Where's Alex? Like I said, Alex Oakfor.
Oh, you did say Alex, right?
Alex
he did say Alex.
So Alex Oakfor.
Alex Oakfor, ACC.
I like Duke.
Player of the Year.
I like Duke in Kentucky. That's my final.
Tournament weekend. The Big 68 is Sunday, people. You know, 64 plus 4, you know what I'm saying? Them 4 teams got to play for them 2 spots. And usually them 2 spots mean you got to play a number 1 seed. And probably, likely, Duke or Kentucky is probably going to be one of those
Virginia,
people you're going to have to play.
Villanova.
I don't think the ACC is going to get 2 number 1 seeds.
We'll see.
Because there are a couple teams, man. There are a couple teams that are pretty good.
Duke is kind of undermanned. I mean, they had Suleiman. Suleiman got the miss. He was the first player in Coach K coaching.
Why gonna say Duke history?
Duke history.
I mean, Coach
there was
K
no Duke basketball before Coach K.
Coach K is Duke.
So
he's the first player in history though to just get removed from the program. Like removed.
Yeah.
And he's not even a student anymore.
Yeah. So there's a lot to that. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of closed door information that they're not really discussing. You got Chris Jones.
Wait, Chris Jones, man.
He's gone from Louisville.
What's going on with?
Yeah. Sodomy, 2 counts of sexual assault. Come on, folks. You gotta be smart. You're a target.
Gotta be much smarter than what y'all doing right now, gentlemen. I mean, the goal is to go pro, man. So do what you gotta do to get to the league, man. And, you know,
even go to Europe.
Like it's business. So I mean, any league. You don't have to be the NBA. It could be any league. The pros. That's what it's about. Going pro.
Getting paid.
That's what you want to. Getting paid to do what you love to do. Play basketball. So now you know they fighting the uphill battle, man. Trying to figure it out.
I mean, I don't even know what they're gonna do, but I mean,
good luck to them, man.
Good luck to them.
I don't see nothing bad happen to the young dudes, man. But you know, they gotta make better decisions, man. They gotta be smart, man. They gotta be smart. So, yeah, man. I'm looking forward to this weekend, man. It's gonna be a lot of games on this weekend. You say Duke, Kentucky? That's your championship. I figure they gotta put the whole tournament together. So they'll probably make it so that those 2 can play each other.
That'll be a great game. Great guard play. Kentucky got the big man. I don't know his name, but it'll be a good matchup.
Carly Stein.
Yeah, it'll be a great matchup.
Yeah, Carly Stein.
The Harrison brothers.
Man. They got some. I mean, they got some pros. They got some pros out there, man. And you know, Calipari is Calipari, so you know. This should be interesting. I mean, it's kind of tough to pick against Kentucky because they're undefeated, but you know, depending on that bracket, man, you never know, man. Tournament time, man, you just never know. So, my advice to you is to tune in next week to probably part 3. Either part 2 or part 3.
It's gonna call the breakdown.
You'll see it, but it's gonna be the NCAA breakdowns, and you can decide who you think gonna win the NCAA tournament, because in most cases it's probably some money on the line. I'm pretty sure that somewhere there's some money on the line next week in the NCAA tournament. So if you want to get some insight, come holler at us and we'll let you know.
Yeah, we're also going to post our bracket on our Twitter page.
Yeah, we'll have both brackets up on the Twitter page.
So y'all can check us out. We're both going to do individual brackets.
Yeah.
We're going to see, the funny thing about it, I'm going to do my bracket on my own, Tay do his bracket on his own, and when we come here in the show, that's going to be the first time we're going to see each other's brackets. And we're going to compare and contrast. So it's going to be a great show.
So, you know,
a great show next week.
Definitely tune in next week, folks, man, for that NCAA tournament breakdown, man, because it's coming at you.
Got big news. As an Arsenal fan, I must say, March 9th was a great. It was actually in the FA Cup. In the FA Cup, Arsenal went ahead and beat Manchester United 2-1. It was Arsenal's first win at Old Trafford in 11 years. Give a shout out to Danny Welbeck, who scored the game-winning goal after being. Louis Van Gaal is the coach of Manchester United, and he said Danny Welbeck wasn't good enough to play for Manchester United. So they went to Arsenal, and his first game back, he was a boy. Basically, in soccer in England, you become in their academy when you're like 9 years old. Danny Welbeck grew up in the academy, scored a goal against Old Trafford, knocked them out of the quarterfinals. Also, it's been a great week for Arsenal fan as Chelsea lost to PSG in extra time.
An undermanned PSG.
Yeah, 10 men.
10 men.
Eden Hazard scored what was supposed to be the game-winning penalty. However, Thiago Silva, the former Chelsea great, headed in the ball in the back of the net.
Game
and
over.
PSG goes through. So
Game over.
Shout out to PSG. We don't support no Chelsea fans. Speaking of disappointment, Kurt Busch. Who's Kurt Busch?
It's really sad, people. I mean, you know, we talked about Kurt Busch a couple weeks ago in Volume 9, man. And this guy, Kurt Busch, I mean, I'll let you be the judge. I'm going to tell you the story, or we're going to tell you the story. And we'll just let you be the judge. I mean, the story sounds so familiar, but seems to be handled so differently.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really understand the difference between Kurt Busch, Ray McDonald, Greg Hardy, Ray Rice. I mean, what's the difference? What's the difference?
Yeah, he smashed his girlfriend's head in the wall.
So, I mean,
He's back
you
racing.
all know he actually admitted to smashing his girlfriend's head in the wall. And he gets acquitted of all charges? How do you do something like that and get acquitted of all charges? Then, not only do you get acquitted of all charges, you get reinstated by NASCAR. They put you on probation. Really. That is crazy is what it is. Probation? Come on, man. Probation. So you get to return to the track immediately. You missed 3 races, dude.
3 races.
After you admitted to slamming your girl head into the wall. I'm not.
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
He's back racing. I mean, I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him too much.
Am I missing something, man?
We know. I mean, he's back racing. He's
Wow.
racing. It's NASCAR. We'll get with NASCAR. I mean,
Well,
it's domestic violence is handled differently, apparently.
Obviously.
But
Obviously,
anywho,
they do things differently in NASCAR.
I think he should have been suspended for at least half of the season. But 3 games,
3 races.
they gave him a waiver, so
Wow.
go figure.
Man.
Now let's get to something where you can actually hit somebody and actually get away with it. Wait, he did that. A sport where it's actually sanctioned to hit each other. Boxing. A lot of stuff going on in boxing.
Boxing is busy right now, people. I'm telling you, if you are a boxing fan, you are eating it up right now. Because there's a lot going on in the boxing world.
Boxing's back.
Man, boxing might be back. I like that. I like how that sounds.
Boxing is back.
You know, it's no longer just Friday night fights and your occasional HBO or Showtime Saturday night event or Friday night event, man. They doing it big, man. NBC, man.
You seen that with the Adrian Broner fight?
The premier boxing champions, man. Last week, it was a quick recap of last week, man, on PBC, on NBC. PBC had 2 fights, Adrian Broner and John Molina and Keith Thurman and Robert Guerrero. Broner and Thurman got their 2 W's. Broner looked pretty decent. Thurman looked good. He had this big old knot on his head. It was a headbutt though. That headbutt was giant. That drink.
It wasn't
he
it
probably had
Raheem?
Yeah, the headache.
Headbutt.
That drink was
vicious.
That drink was bad, but he looked good though. They both vying for a position, in that around that middleweight, division. So, we'll see what happened, man. They talking about Keith Thurman might be hooking up with Floyd, that looked like somebody that might be an opponent for him. People talking about him, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if he's ready for all that yet. But he looked good. I mean, I'm actually like Keith Thurman, man. He's a great young talent, man. I hope we see a lot from him, in the future. But more from PBC, this coming Friday night, PBC is back on NBC. They ain't playing no games, man. Shout out to Al Heyman.
They want that money.
And Sugar Ray Leonard, the great Sugar Ray.
Is he from Maryland?
Leonard from Palmer Park, Maryland. You know what it is. Shout out to my folks over in Palmer Park, man. Yeah, man. Friday night, Sean Paula, Amanda Garza, and Josecito Lopez versus old Andre Berto.
Andre
Berto.
What happened to him? He was on the rise.
He was the Haitian sensation.
What happened?
He just, I don't know. He got knocked out.
That's what happens when you get knocked out.
I mean, he got knocked out.
That's what happens when you get knocked out.
Yeah, man. He's messing with Ortiz, man. Ortiz. But that was a hell of a fight, though.
Okay.
That was a hell of a fight. Him and Ortiz, man. That definitely was a hell of a fight. So it's a lot going on, man. It's boxing, man. Saturday night. Let's go to Saturday night. We told you about Friday night. You know, the two fights on Friday night. Saturday night, it's a huge light heavyweight championship match, man, on HBO. You got John Pascal going up against big old Kovalev, man. You know, Kovalev, man. He took care of Bernard Hopkins not too long ago.
Oh man. Yeah, but Bernard looked bad in that fight.
Kovalev beat Bernard pretty bad.
He's a pretty decent fighter.
They beat him pretty bad. So,
I'm actually gonna watch that fight.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
Kovalev impressed me against Hopkins.
Him and Pascal should be a good one. That should be a good one, man. I'll be tuned in. That's free.
Okay.
That's free, man. That's free. You know, today was a big day, too.
And Manny.
You know what it is. It's coming, people.
And I'll be there.
May 2nd,
MGM.
It's coming.
Can't wait.
Really
Vegas.
Soon.
Vegas,
coming.
baby.
It's coming.
Can't wait.
It is coming. Real Talking Smoke's going to be in Vegas, just at different times.
Yeah.
I'll be there in April. He'll be there in May.
So, yeah.
But, man, May 2nd, I'm telling you, I'm not even.
Big 3-0.
I hope y'all have a good time, man.
The big 3-0.
I hope y'all have a good time. I'm telling 30. You, I am turning 30, man. Shout out to them 30s, man.
Bop, 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 bop.
So, man, May 2nd, I'm telling you, it's gonna be an event. You know, they call it the fight that you don't want to miss. This is the event you don't want to miss. This is about to be huge, man. For all you betting people, I mean, if you're betting, you might just want to put your money on Pacquiao because you're really not going to win anything if you put your money on Floyd. Even if you want Floyd to win, just put a couple dollars on Pacquiao, $100, $200. You might come off with a couple stacks, but you got to do it now because you can't wait. Because if you wait, then the odds will change, and if the odds change, then you're gonna be short. You don't want it to be 2-1. I mean, you can double your money, but you got to put a lot down to get more back. You know, yeah, but if you do it now, you might. Hey, I mean, you never know, man. Pacquiao might, safari punch him.
It takes one hit.
That's it, man. He might safari punch him, Floyd, he's 38. Safari punch might do the trick. But yeah, man, their press conference, though. They had their press conference today. I believe it was in Hollywood, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Out in Cali. For their big May 2nd event, man. And they both look humble, man.
They look ready.
Experience, man. They look ready.
Yeah, they look ready.
I think this is going to be a good one, man. I really do, man. I think this is going to be a good one, man. Probably the greatest fight of this century, man.
Yeah.
Of this century.
Not century.
Not last century, people.
Not Thriller in Manila.
This century.
Century.
This century, not last century.
Yeah. Is Layla Ali making a comeback?
So, I'm sure all my socialites out there have been hearing about, Layla Ali and Ronda Rousey. So, Layla comes out and, let's talk about Ronda Rousey for a second. So, 2 weeks ago, of course, we told you about Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey,
she won in 12 seconds.
Last weekend she actually came, she won, 2 weekends ago, She beat the young lady in like 12 seconds. I mean, it wasn't even close. The girl came out, ran at her. She grabbed her,
and finished.
Armbarred her, and then she threw Ronda down. And once she threw Ronda down, Ronda reached around and grabbed her, and then the arm got caught. And then when she had on the armbar, she wrenched back on it and she tapped out. And Ronda's a beast. But Layla says she don't want to see me in the ring. That's what Layla said.
She's around.
But Ronda responded. Ronda said, I'm around. So I don't know. You know, we might get to see a round of boxing from Ronda Rousey and
We'll
Layla Ali.
I'll pay to watch that.
I pay to watch that too. That might be pretty good.
Baby oil.
Those are two women that actually can fight.
And don't look bad doing it.
And don't look bad doing it.
So definitely. I'll be tuning in.
Layla and Ronda.
I'll be getting familiar, subscribing, following, and listening to that fight.
And we can't end our boxing segment without talking about the greatest selfie of all time. Mr. Muhammad Ali, people, is still kicking. He's back home, you know what I'm saying? He posted a selfie. Mike Tyson actually had it on his page. You know, on our Twitter page. I posted it, but I got it from Mike Tyson's page. It's on his website. Mike be on there tripping, man. You gotta go check out
his website. Okay.
Mike be on there tripping, but
you need to get Mike on the show one day.
Man, that would be awesome. We can get Mike on the show. That would be great because Mike is the man. But Muhammad is doing okay, man. It's good to see Muhammad still doing well, man. And shout out to the GOAT, man. That's the GOAT. Greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. So baseball.
Back.
Spring
is back. Here. The Cactus League and the Grapefruit League.
It's spring, people.
Yeah.
You know what it is, man. Spring.
Shout out to Braves Nation.
A lot of baseball, man. You know what it is. Natitude. You know what it is. I'm repping. You see them caps.
Lots going on, man.
I'm saying Natitude.
A-Rod went yard.
A-Rod goes yard earlier today in spring ball. So A-Rod looks like he might be trying to get back. The funny part is about A-Rod is A-Rod without the PEDs
was a great player.
Was a great athlete. So what happens if A-Rod finds a little motivation this year?
We'll see.
Could the Yankees be a sleeper? If A-Rod is designated hitting, so he's not doing a lot of work, right? So if he's DHing and he's coming out and he's hitting the bat, if he put up 30, 35 home runs, the Yankees might be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he got to see what he want to do.
Hopefully he's not juicing.
I don't think he's juicing.
I hope you start out on that juice.
We got Yu Darvish out possibly for the entire season.
Other juice.
We got Cliff Lee. These pitchers are getting hurt. So we'll see what's going to happen with them.
Getting hurt, man. What's up,
Josh Hamilton?
What's up with your boy Josh Hamilton?
Got in an argument with his wife and decided to go to the strip club and take some cocaine.
My man off the cocoa. He drinking. He just had the old binge. Just the relapse though. Off of the meltdown off of one conversation.
Yeah. Prayers for you, Josh. He came a long way.
Man. Gosh, that's tough, man. It's tough to see you in that situation like that, man. Because we know what happened before, and you came back, better than ever, man. But we don't like to see, like the top, especially with the top athletes, man. We don't like to see these dudes, man.
I don't like to see a human being
going through this stuff. Yeah, just not even like you said. That's a great point. Not even athletes, man. Just people. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all people, no matter what your status is. You know what I'm saying? Whether you the bottom of the tone pole or top of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? We all people at the end of the day. So you don't want to see stuff like that, man. Man had a meltdown.
He had a meltdown. So
that's tough.
And then we got Denard Spin out for 4 to 6 weeks.
The attitude, man. How you coming to the season with a lingering injury, man? You could have got surgery, man, in the off season and been ready for spring. But I know you had other little situations going on. You had the sports hernia situation and all that. So I understand. But man, you gotta take care of yourself, man. We need you out there this year. We about to make our run. We about to make our run. That attitude is about to make that run. This might be the year of the attitude.
We'll see about that.
I'm just saying, this might be the year of the attitude.
We'll see about
that. Better
that.
get with it.
So now we gotta go ahead and talk about Mr. Russell Westbrook.
Man.
Mr. Russell Westbrook he's an MVP, 6 triple doubles.
Big ups
6 out of 7.
To the homie.
Triple doubles.
At Russ 44.
Average 30, 11, and 9 in 1 month. That's my MVP for the year.
There's only been one man to ever do that in NBA history, and his name is Oscar Robertson. There's only been one man to record 6 triple-doubles in a row. His name is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And in 1 month, Russell Westbrook did both of those things.
Yeah, Russell crazy.
So, the MVP race, man, is heating up in the NBA, man. Because right now, you got the Beard, you got Steph, you got, man, Anthony Davis dropping 48 the other night, man.
It's not even close.
Bron, can't forget about the King. But this, man, it's going to be tough not to be able to get that joint to Russell Westbrook, man. Him with James Harden, man, they might be co-MVPs,
They need to trade KD.
Man. I think
KD need to get traded.
No.
Yeah, KD need to get traded.
They would never win without KD.
No, they can win without KD.
They would never win without KD.
They can win without KD.
It's not happening.
Why?
It's not happening.
KD's a great player, but I would trade KD because he's going to leave. He's
so
going.
What you gonna get back for him?
I mean, I would have to get back 2 premier players.
I was about to say, like, I mean,
2 premier
But
players.
that don't even make
It gotta
sense.
be. It would have to be. It would have to be a 3-way trade.
That's not gonna happen though. There's no. What team can make a trade like that? No team.
Yeah.
No team. So that's not gonna happen.
I just think. I think they're either better with KD and not Westbrook, or Westbrook without KD.
No.
Because they don't understand each other's role.
They do. I think they do. This is the first year.
I don't.
I would have to disagree with you on this one, brother. I think KD and Russ work. They're going to do some work together, man. I do still believe in KD and Russ.
They just need a third person. They don't complement each other
they need a third person.
They don't complement each other like Jordan to Pippen. I know LeBron and D Wade. Chris Bosh.
They need a third person.
But they don't understand who's gonna. You know who's gonna take the game-winning shot with Jordan and Pippen. You know who's gonna take the game-winning shot with the LeBron and D Wade. You don't know.
It changes. It changes sometimes.
You don't know who's gonna take. You don't know who's gonna take the game-winning shot.
I mean, does it matter? I mean, you got 2 dudes averaging 30. Does it matter which one of them takes the game-winning shot? It's whoever got the best open shot. That's who takes the game winner.
I think KD's leaving.
KD ain't going.
He'll be the next.
If you go anywhere, KD, man, come home, man.
That's the only place he'll go.
Come home to the city, man. We'll gladly take you. But I really truly believe you're gonna stay in Oklahoma and play with Russ. But
it's heating up for that 8th place spot.
Man,
New Orleans,
the
Oakland,
AC
and the Suns
in the East and the West right now, pretty thick. We talking about one or 2 games. A lot of teams are tied, so we talking about tiebreakers. But man, in the West, you got New Orleans, OKC, and Phoenix, about 2 games apart. And in the East, you got the Pacers, Hornets, Heat, Celtics.
It's close.
And the Pacers, Hornets, Heat, and Celtics. They all, yeah. It's close. We talk about the game, man. So it's
the Knicks is right there too. Knicks.
They vying. The Knicks are right there. The Knicks are right there.
The bottom for that number one
seed.
That's what we need.
The Knicks and the Lakers are 2 of the worst teams in the league again.
And we're proud. As a smart Knicks fan will tell you.
How about that?
And
how often does that happen?
And Phil, we trust.
How often does that happen? So we gotta talk about this salary cap increase, man, that's coming in next year, man, for the 16-17 season. They said this is the largest cap jump in history, man. It's gonna be a lot of money thrown around.
Especially
it's gonna be a lot of different looking teams next year, man. There's gonna be a lot of teams that look different, man. I'm gonna have to roll my man Phil. Phil is gonna make some moves.
You gotta make moves.
Phil gonna make some moves. He gonna get some people to come to New York to play with Melo. I don't know who, but he gonna get some people. I like Rondo and Marc Gasol. What you think about that?
Yeah, I would like that.
Rondo and Marc Gasol to come play with
Melo?
Melo? Like that. Is that an East contender?
Of course.
I think that's an East contender.
And if they get Oakfor?
Some Timmy Hardaway.
If they get Oakfor? I'm not big.
Oakfor put him at the 4? Would
Yeah.
you put Oakfor at the 4?
At the 4, yeah. If he get Gasol.
Wow. That'd be nice.
Yeah, because Rondo's not staying. You remember Rondo cussing his coach? Rondo's not staying.
Cussed out Rick Carlisle.
He's not staying.
I mean, they had their differences, but they made it up.
But he's not staying.
I don't think he. I don't really think he really cares much
for Rick Carlisle. Nah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a match made in
heaven.
It
looked good
on paper.
It looked good, but ended up not working out.
Not good.
Ended up not working out.
So,
man, I guess we.
I know what most of you guys are watching it for.
This
the
is NFL. Man,
let's talk about the NFL.
That's a whole lot to talk about.
Talk about the National Football League again.
We still talking about the NFL.
It runs the United States.
It does.
I mean,
I guess we can talk about DeMarco though. With the breaking news.
Oh yeah, folks.
DeMarco Murray.
DeMarco's on his way to Philly.
It's flying to Philly to get him a cheesesteak tomorrow.
They're gonna talk to Sam Bradford and Chip Kelly
and talk to the fighting Chip Ducks.
Oregon Ducks.
The Chip Ducks.
What's wrong with Chip?
Chip got all the Ducks.
LaShawn gone.
Chip got all the Ducks.
Macklin gone.
What's up with that Ryan Matthews moved up?
Yeah, Nick Foles gone.
Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
Sam Bradford. So Philly fans,
it's gonna be a long season.
Your quarterbacks,
Byron Maxwell,
are Sam Bradford
and Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez. Ooh,
yikes!
And then Chip comes out today and says
he does not want Mariota.
They don't want Mariota.
Come on, Chip.
Which just so happened to be right the day after Mariota worked out for the Titans. So I'm starting to think that Chip doesn't believe that if they move anywhere outside of the top 6 or 7 teams that they're going to get Mariota.
Yeah.
And if they're trying to move into the top 5, they're going to have to give all of it up.
A whole bunch.
They're going to have to give it all up. So
the joke of the day, he said he was offered the first round pick yesterday for Sam Bradford. I had to laugh.
Wow.
I had
Sam
to laugh.
Bradford and Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, man. We had a couple retired.
That's tough for Philly. So, yeah, man, I guess we can
a lot of players retired.
With
your boy Patrick Willis.
Man.
8-time Pro Bowler.
Willis.
7-time Big
Willis. How you just going to roll on us like that, big homie? Come on. We was ready.
I just picked up Torrey Smith.
Man.
But you got Darnell Dockett.
But you know what? We're going to be all right. Because we got Chris Borland. And Chris Borland played pretty well while Willis was out. So
especially against the Giants.
He balled out against the Giants. He balled out. But we getting Navarro back, so I think we'll be okay.
Getting Navarro back.
But man.
Jason Worlds,
man, 27.
He wants to become a Jehovah's Witness.
Young dudes, man.
Yeah. Jake Lockyer, 26.
Jake Lockyer.
So
3 years in the league, man. Retired.
Done.
Oh, Cortland Finnegan.
Yeah.
It's hanging
Cortland
up.
wasn't the same since Andre beat his ass.
And
Andre Johnson whooped his ass.
And did you hear what he said?
What'd he say?
Say Andre hits like a bitch. Bitch. B-I-S-H.
Yeah. I mean, Andre just got paid.
Cortland said it.
Andre just got paid, so Andre Johnson is good. MJD gone.
MJD hanging it up.
But there's been so much going on in free agency.
Free agency started yesterday, and boy, has the NFL been busy. A lot of moves.
Yeah.
A lot of moves.
And yesterday,
I guess.
Yeah, on March 10th.
I guess we can start with old Adamik Sue. I mean, we got to talk about the
$60 million
the biggest
guarantee.
contract that's on the table right now.
$60 million guarantee.
$60 million guarantee.
And he ranks first in sacks, first in QB hits, first in tackles for losses since he's been in the league.
He ranks first.
He's a defensive tackle.
He's the #1 defensive lineman in football. So,
you got your boy Frank.
Frank the Tank. So we had a little reunion of do you You know it.
They got rid of Reggie and brought 2 university members in.
They did, man. So they 2 younger members. How about that?
Yeah.
So Frank Gore and Mr. Andre Johnson go to Indy, along with Trent Cole. Trent Cole and that's a nice move. They need some help. They need a lot of help on defense.
Yeah, a lot of help.
They need a lot of
but
help.
They do get Mathis back.
They do get Mathis back, but he's older too, though.
Yeah.
He's older too, though. So you know how that goes. But like you said, Donnell Doggett and Torrey Smith, being San Fran. We re-signed Blaine Gabbert to a 2-year deal. What was that about?
You know what that about? Come on.
Blaine Gabbert? Come on, man. I'm about tired of Blaine Gabbert. And I'm gonna tell you how people talking about Cap too. That's why he gonna get traded. Cap ain't going nowhere.
They want to trade Cap so bad.
What's wrong with y'all, man? What is wrong with y'all? Cap ain't going nowhere. Now, only thing is every quarterback is on a short leash. So if he plays poorly for the next year or next 2 years, yeah, of course he need to go. But he ain't going nowhere right now. There's no point. Now he got Torrey Smith to the ball too, so we should be all right. We sound like the San Francisco Ravens.
I see that.
A little bit.
I see that.
Just a little bit.
Jimmy Graham.
Oh, man.
Jimmy hats.
So PB and J.
Drew, we feel your pain.
Peanut Butter Jimmy time is now a Seattle Seahawk.
Wow.
So this dude is in our division now.
Wow.
Jimmy Graham is a Seahawk.
Amazing.
So Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, and Jimmy Graham. That
play action
scary.
is mean.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. But it is what it is, man. They still got lined up. Jimmy hasn't been healthy in about 2 years.
Yeah, Jimmy on the 1 yard line. Jimmy had 7 touchdowns.
Inside of the red zone, he's one of the best targets in the game. So, and they get into the red zone a lot. So, yeah, man. Russ to Jimmy. We're going to be hearing that a whole lot as long as Jimmy stays healthy.
Yeah, there's been a lot. It's going to go off some names I'm not going to really get into.
Yeah, man. Shady
went to Buffalo.
Shady to Buffalo.
Fitzpatrick to the Jets. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Good move. Brian Hoyer to the Texans.
Cromartie went back to the Jets too.
Cromartie back and Revis
got
$39
million guaranteed. You get that jewelry. See, last year I think all he could get guaranteed was about 20, somewhere around 2021.
You get that
won
ring.
That Super Bowl. Got about 15 mil just because he got that ring.
This act Shane Vereen. He's with the Giants.
Shane goes to the Giants.
And Brandon Marshall went to the Jets.
Brandon Marshall is a Jet.
Yeah, Marshall the Jets.
Aloy Nada.
To the Lions.
Long time Raven.
To the Giants.
Stalwart of the Raven defense for years. Is now a Lion.
Yeah.
Man.
You got to
That's a big
one.
That's a big one.
Jerry Macklin in Kansas City.
What about Sam Bradford for Nick Foles?
Yeah, like I mentioned, stupid.
When you see it, it's like, what? Man, I don't know.
Randall Cobb resigned.
So, Randall Cobb.
And Mark Ingram.
Did you hear what Randall Cobb said?
Resigned, no.
Randall Cobb said he wanted to play for a contender, and that was pretty much the best place he could eat.
I don't blame him.
You got Mr. Rogers.
His boy AJ Hawk went to Cincinnati.
AJ went to Cincy. Max Unger was in the trade for Jimmy. So Max Unger.
Julius, there's no more Orange Julius.
Goes to New Orleans.
It's toy course.
Orange Julius
got paid.
Orange Julius.
You go from getting thrown Peyton Manning throwing you the ball to Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles is throwing Julius Thomas. Who would think that you would be saying Blake Bortles?
I thought he was definitely resigning.
Blake Bortles or Julius Thomas?
You thought he would resign.
Blake Bortles or Julius Thomas? That don't even sound right. But
I guess there's no more Mercedes Lewis.
Huh. But he's still on the team right now.
They're about to release him. They're about to cut him.
You sound OJ. I don't really know why you need Mercedes Lewis unless you plan on running the 2 tight ends.
You got Bentley. You got to get rid of the Mercedes.
What he said. So we'll see what happens with Mercedes Lewis. Mike Iupati, he goes to Cardinals. We did a swap. They gave us Donnell. We gave them
Isn't that funny how that works?
It is, man.
Like Corey Williams went to Seattle.
He did.
Brian Maxwell, like I mentioned earlier, went to guys. I want to mention something about Brian Maxwell. I said this on Twitter earlier this week. Brian Maxwell is not that good, folks. Me personally, it's like I made the analogy. It's like Ron Harper when he played with Michael Jordan with Scottie Pippen. Ron Harper looked pretty well, decent player. Brian Maxwell played with Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas. When you expose them, but we thank you guys because I'm a Giant fan, and Odell Beckham and Victor Cruz, they're gonna enjoy torching you next year. So that's all I really gotta say about it. We had Brian Arakpo too. He made a visit to Tennessee.
Sackpo might be heading out of Washington. That'll be huge. But he's been hurt, man. It's pending the physical. Normally when they do the physical, I don't know. We might wake up in the morning. Sackpo might be gone.
We'll see.
But it's still a lot of dudes
names.
though. Still a lot of dudes.
A lot of names.
I don't know.
Brandon Browner.
Owen Davis.
Oh yeah, Owen Daniels.
The Denver. That's
big fantasy. Big fantasy implications.
They re-signed Virgil Green too.
Big fear. You remember that? I started Virgil Green that one game.
Well, maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Ryan Matthews, though. What you think about Ryan Matthews, the Philly?
Yeah. Glass always breaks. When hit hard.
Ooh.
Spiller's still out there. Percy's out there.
A lot of guys out
Crabtree.
Justin Forsett. Got Gresham. Jordan Cameron. Greg Hardy.
A lot of big names.
Nick Fairley.
Jermaine.
Woodford. B.J. Rogers. John Abraham. Lance Briggs. Takeo Spikes.
Yeah, Charles Clay. Not Takeo, that's Brandon Spikes.
Brandon Spikes, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Same difference. Are they brothers?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Tramon Williams is also a free agent.
Yeah, he's out there. So
it's
a lot
out there. Brandon Browner is still out there.
It's a lot of players out
Charles
there.
Clay, but I think they said Charles might be re-signing with the Dolphins. So he probably I don't know if he's still on the
So far, who's your winner of the fantasy? I'm thinking about fantasy football right now.
Almost that time.
Scouting.
You should be thinking about fantasy right now. All these moves that I made today, I see some names over here that I might need to pick up.
I think the Colts have made the best move. The Colts have made the best move.
Right now, man.
And the Eagles.
The Colts are winning. The Jets are winning. I like the moves the Jets made. I like Jeremy Maclin to Kansas City.
Me too.
I like that.
They released Dwayne Bowe.
Alex Smith to Maclin. I like that. That actually sounds pretty good. I tell you who lost.
The Eagles. You guys lost too. 49ers lost so far.
I don't think so. We lost. We lost Willis, but the coaches are replaceable. Once you get a person to come in and change your culture, because that's really what it was. It's the same thing. When Bill Walsh came in and changed the culture, George Seifert came in and did what? Won Super Bowls. Right? So
we lost Patrick Willis.
We lost Willis.
We lost the offensive tackle.
We lost Upati.
Upati came in the same draft with Anthony Davis, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. But it's all good, though. Because we got Darnell Dockett. Yeah. And we added Torrey. We re-signed Alden. So we gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be all right. We talking about team, man. What's wrong with you, man? Oh, we play y'all next year?
Nah, we don't play.
We don't play y'all next year? Not next year?
No.
We played y'all last year.
Yeah, y'all beat us last year.
I know.
We weren't good last year.
Y'all were.
We weren't.
Odell was.
Odell was. That was great.
Eli was good last year.
Yeah. He was decent.
Yeah, man. So, man, it's still a lot that could happen. Like we told y'all, DeMarco is flying to Philly, so DeMarco might be an Eagle after tomorrow. But he's still open, though. Jerry Jones claims he wants him back. Man, what's going to happen with All Day?
DeMarco's a big... We'll see. I think All Day will end up in... It all depends on what DeMarco do. So...
I'm interested to see what happens with Adrian, man. Because I think his piece is a huge piece as far as what happens with a back like DeMarco Murray. Because DeMarco's not going to want to go nowhere where he's going to have to be a number 2 guy or have to share time. I mean, he's DeMarco Murray. He's an NFL leading rusher coming into the season. So he's not going to want to share time. I mean, I'm sure he's going to, want to go somewhere, and
but Ryan Matthews is not a threat.
Ryan Matthews, him and Ryan Matthews, I guess it's not really a bad 1-2 punch. I guess it's not a bad 1-2 punch.
For the third.
Sproles. I guess that's not bad. I mean, maybe Chip knows what
I'm starting to see teams having 3 backs now.
It's
the
smart.
Colts, the Heron, Bradshaw.
You know, Lou went to Oakland.
He did. So did Curtis Lofton.
Yeah.
So Oakland trying to make some noise.
They got them young pieces. They re-signed Martavis Murray. Release McFadden.
Oh, McFadden got released?
Yeah,
he's correct. You don't want to pick him up. So he had a good run.
That's the dream right there.
Yeah, I just thought we'd end the show off with this. So, folks,
shout out to the homie Wiz, man. Big Sean.
I think that is
Currency.
Bringing it to a wrap.
Man.
Part 2. Volume 10.
Volume 10 is a wrap, man.
Yeah, folks,
we appreciate
you guys sticking with us.
Coming through. Kicking it with the homies. Get familiar. You know what it is.
Subscribe.
Follow.
And listen, folks.
Again,
we're coming back to you next
10,
week.
Part 2. Long as don't get no snow. We will see y'all next week.
Spring is here.
Volume 11. Spring is here. The cars are shining. Man, it's beautiful. But we see y'all next week, man. We appreciate y'all, man. It's real talking sports. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is.
Signing off.
It's Tate. We out.